6 here from the 30. Here's the snap. Fake. Eli looking to throw. He's got Clemmy wide open. Clemmy's going to catch it, put his foot in the ground. Clemmy's going to have a first down and more. Clemmy Alcorn running a guy over. Hounds go quick. Here's the snap. Just a quarterback sneak. And touchdown Hounds.
And if the thank you, sir.
Clemmy Alcorn came in there, ran quick, didn't really get to say what we wanted to, but ran the King Kong formation. Clemmy just under center and just sticks his head down. And it's going to be a touchdown for the Hounds as we await the point after.
Big crowd from Newport on hand.
It's going to kick the high kick. Cox is going to field it around the 33. Monquell's got a little room. Monquell sticking his head down. Monquell Cox breaks the tackle across the 50. Monquell still on his feet. Monquell Cox is going to get the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown, but here comes a late flag from the Whitehouse.
4:27 clock continues to roll.
Here's the snap. Give us Jadarius Reed. Jadarius Reed's got a little room. Jadarius Reed across the 50. Jadarius is going to be brought down around the 35-yard line, and we'll have enough for a first going quick again. Trips to the top of your screen. Here's the snap. Giving it to Davis outside. Theron putting his foot in the ground. Theron Davis getting outside. Stiff arm. Theron Davis, it's a foot race. Theron Davis dives in the end zone.
3:23 to go. Hounds have the ball on the 1-yard line. And
King Kong with Clemmy Alcorn right up the middle. Clemmy Alcorn. Touchdown Greyhounds. Here's the snap. They're going to throw it out to Clemmy. Clemmy getting outside. Chris Reynolds, good block. And Theron Davis runs his guy over. Clemmy jumps in the end zone. Yes! Touchdown Hounds! Wildcat double tight. 3-back shotgun. Here's the snap. Now he's going to try to get outside. Now he's going to put his foot in the ground. It's going to be, ball's on the ground. Jadarius Reed knocked the football out of his hands, and Jadarius is going to have the football around the 23-yard line. Here's the snap on 1st and 10. Give is to Reed. Reed now bouncing outside. Jadarius getting outside. Jadarius Reed's got a little room. Jadarius Reed across the 40. Makes a guy miss. Jadarius Reed still on his feet inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. Harrisburg bringing the house. Giving it to Theron up the middle. Theron putting his foot in the ground. Theron Davis gets it. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
What an answer. What an answer. What an answer by the Hounds.
3rd down and 12 for the Hounds with 1:40 to go in the football game. Davis up the middle. Now Davis getting outside. Stiff arm. Theron Davis got some room across the 20 to the 10, and Theron's going to be knocked out of bounds around the 5-yard line. Here's the snap, and the give is to Reed up the middle. Jadarius going to stick his head down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
The Two Chicks Florist and More birthday report. Today's birthdays include Shawnee Manuel, Lisa Bess Clark, Ryan Rayna, Kenny Giles has a birthday today, as does former Newport Greyhound Lamar Esslinger. And then on tomorrow, Sam Sutherland with a birthday, Marcy Smith on Tuesday the 29th. On Wednesday the 30th, Hunter Bowen, James Shermer with a birthday. Michael John Gray also has a birthday on Wednesday. Joe Brodus, Newport Greyhound, Amy Driver, Alan Metzger, and Laura Edwards, all with birthdays on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, Two Chicks Florist says happy birthday to Quincy Person, Tristan Rudd, Larry Jordan, and Two Chicks Florist and More's own Jenna Austin with a birthday coming up on Thursday. On Friday the 2nd, Michael J. Steele, Catherine Keedy, Christy Griffin Rawls with a birthday, and Stephen Headley. And then on July the 3rd, Rhodey Kohler with a birthday, Joseph Thomas with a birthday. On Saturday, Rick Fowles, Candace Long, Randy Klepechka, and Jonathan Boyd. Happy birthday to all of y'all. And then on Sunday, Cheryl Baller, class of 1974, and Joey Miller, all with birthdays on Sunday. So happy birthday to everybody from Two Chicks, Florist, and More. Well, what a great pleasure to have in the studios today Ty Ferguson, who is the new head boys basketball coach at the Newport Greyhounds. And my friend, it's always a pleasure to get to meet somebody new that's coming in and wants to be a part of Greyhound. Tell us a little bit about you, sir.
Man, I grew up in the Conway area, went to school in Greenbrier, graduated from UCA in 2018. Got my basketball start in AAU with the Arkansas Wings Elite, where I actually coached. My very first team had current Arkansas players Devontae Davis and Connor Vanover. So, funny story, I had the 8th grade group, and Devo Davis was a 6th grader starting as my point guard on the 8th grade team.
Really?
So I've known for a long time that he was special. Razorback fans are finally getting to see that in person, and I think before it's all said and done, I think he'll be one of the favorites to come through Arkansas. And that's trending that way anyway. But got my start with the Wings. The Woods ended up taking them over. I got 2 national championships with them and a national championship runner-up on CBS Sports back in 2018. And that was all before graduating college. Graduated from UCA in 2018 and then got my start in school ball at Cabot.
Okay.
Worked there for a year, then got hired as the junior high coach, assistant basketball coach at Jacksonville, where I linked up with Devo Davis once again and got us a state championship.
Wow.
And so, I got me a ring at the house. And so that gave me the opportunity to be looked at for some head coaching spots, where I was at Bradford last year, and we had a really good season, and, blessed to be here at Newport.
Why coaching? Tell me about along the way. Where along the way did you decide, I want to be a basketball coach?
Man, I'm not really sure. I know how I got into it. My little brother watched me play throughout high school, and he was a baseball first guy, but he was kind of like, this basketball stuff looks fun. I want to try it out. And so I actually, my actual first year coaching, I did fundraisers and stuff through my uncle's painting company to pay for my little brother's team to go to AAU tournaments. So really he kind of is what led me that direction, and so I got going through that, and we had a really successful year that got me recognized. Those guys and their work they put in got me recognized for the Wings, and then it just all went uphill from there. So there hadn't been a downhill drop yet, so I'm just riding this train.
What attracted you to Newport, Arkansas, and the Newport Greyhounds? Talk a little bit about that.
It just seemed like a great opportunity, great community, great athletes. I'm familiar with this area by living in Bradford for the last year. A coaching mindset admin with a bunch of former coaches up there just seemed really welcoming. I came into the interview just real relaxed and like something, I'm a Christian man, and something just told me, like, don't even worry about it. Like, just go interview, sell yourself, and God's got the rest. So I went and interviewed, and I knew that this was a place that I wanted to work, but when I left, I wasn't stressed about it. It wasn't like checking my phone every 10 minutes to see if they've called or anything. And then, eventually it got worked out to where they called and they offered me the job, and it was a no-brainer. I accepted it right then and there. So I'm just excited to be here and ready to get started. Let
me ask this: how do you mix the AAU circuit with your high school team? How does that work? How do you normally do that?
I think by being with the Woods, there's name recognition to that right off the bat. Like even today, Coach has been taking me around, kind of meeting people, and I met some kids, and the first thing they see is, Woods Elite. And so you kind of get a little respect before they even meet you. Like, okay, this guy's with the Woods Elite. He has to know what he's talking about in the basketball community. Yeah. And so it's really easy to merge those two. I think you sell yourself as, first of all, I love the kids and I'm here for you guys. Then you got to, through your work ethic and your knowledge of the game, you got to show them this dude actually knows what he's talking about. And then once you get the kids on your side, it's easy from there.
Well, I do know this. It took us 40 years to get our last district championship. Okay. 40 years, but we've been close a lot of years. Hey. But we've got kids coming. We've got good basketball players coming.
Yes, sir.
It ought to be exciting, my friend.
I can't wait to get started, man.
Ty, good to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ty Ferguson, he's the new head boys basketball coach for the Newport Greyhounds. Thank you, my friend.
Go Hounds.
Go Hounds.
Charles Ballantyne on the 35th anniversary of the big shot, the big win over #1 North Carolina. Does it seem like 35 years?
No, man, it does not. It's like it was to me a couple days ago.
Fans would be shocked. That's still the only time Arkansas has ever, with all of those teams that you guys had, with Nolan had, that's the only time you've beaten the #1 team in the country. Now, they were 19-0. You guys are going to go down to Pine Bluff to play them. I don't think you were ranked.
No, I think we were ranked 16th.
Okay, well, I hadn't seen a poll that showed that, but you certainly weren't what they were.
Mm-hmm.
And so what are you thinking going into that game? You think you got a shot?
Well, I tell folks the week going into it, 3 or 4 days before that, we played some really tough teams. Texas A&M, then went to SMU. And Coach did a great job of telling us, let's get one at a time. Then we'll focus on North Carolina. We all thought we had a good time. I thought we had a good enough team to compete with them. But as far as taking them out, that didn't come till we got back to Pine Bluff, and we knew we had a chance.
Okay, now this is not a kind of a conventional place to play basketball.
No.
It's a convention center. They stick a floor down there. There's no room on the sides. There's all these issues. What were you thinking about that?
Oh, man, 3 years we played at Pine Bluff. First of all, why are we going to Pine Bluff to play North Carolina? Why not Barnhill or why not Barden? That was Dean's selection. He didn't want to play in these areas because he knew it was tough.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, these people are going to be on top of each other. It's not a big facility. And I'm like, okay, let's go play. But I think we broke every fire marshal law. It was packed. People everywhere in that location.
Okay, so the game starts. I have kind of a vague memory. I think maybe Joe blocked one of Michael Jordan's layup attempts early on, just stuffed him. Now look, I know I didn't. Did you have any idea that Michael Jordan would go on to become probably the greatest NBA player of all time?
No, we all didn't. I mean, that first play, when you look at it, Joe and I was on baseline. I remember Michael spinning, and Joe and I blocked his shot at the same time. But we knew right then, we can play with these guys. We knew that they were in our environment, and we matched very similar, but that was the hype. And we were geeked up anyway because we only landed 30 minutes before the game.
Okay, so it goes back and forth. You're right there with them, and then in the second half, you get a lead, 8, 9 points, something like that. What happened? How did they come back?
Well, North Carolina, they came back with a couple steals. We made some costly turnovers at the time frame. And then it was a back and forth game, but we had a 5-minute stretch there. We couldn't do anything. And they tucked the lead back, and it was a nick and tuck from there.
Okay, so now you got 15 seconds left. There's a timeout. What did Coach Sutton say in that timeout?
Well, actually the play was drawn up for Alvin. We all knew that Alvin had Steve Held on him, and the goal was technically just, flare out and let him take the middle. So when it was drawn up, Alvin was going to take him on, but they read it like a book. I mean, Jordan was on me. I can't remember who was on Ricky, and soon Ricky tossed the ball to Alvin. Then they circled him. They got around him pretty quickly. And you notice in the clip, Alvin's trying to find somebody, but they were smothering pretty well.
I mean, probably what made it work was it almost looked like he was going to travel to me. He went up, and then he didn't take the shot, and I'm thinking he's coming back down.
Yeah.
And then at the last second, that pass came out of nowhere. Now, were you shocked by that? You obviously were ready for it, but were you surprised?
I was very surprised. If you notice, I reached out for it because I was in my corner, in my spot in that run, in that set. And when I seen him try to shoot, I was going towards the goal, and he saw me, and it was just a last-minute pass out there.
How did Jordan leave you open like that?
He came up. That's in a man-to-man, you don't trap up, you trap down. And Jordan at the time frame, again, they read it. They knew Alvin was the person. Yeah. And I didn't hit that many shots during that game, but that one, he went up, and I was wide open. So Alvin noticed it and caught me.
Sometimes you can be so wide open you can't make it.
That's true.
I'm sure there was no thought process. It was just automatic.
It was. I mean, it was get the ball, go straight to the goal. I knew time was running down. And then I touched it, and they sealed it. I had a lane. They sealed it pretty quickly. And you notice I kind of fared to the right when I shot it because Sam was right on me. He was looking for the charge, but I kind of leaned over and I was right there.
I was looking over the box score from that game, and I can't believe it. You and Joe both played 39 minutes.
Can you believe that?
Common?
That was at that time frame, yeah. That was pretty common. But for us to play, I looked at it about the last year. I said, God, did we ever get out of the game? But that was a lot of minutes for a couple guys in there.
All right, now they still have 3 seconds left, so they inbound it, called timeout, so now they got 2. Now I can't remember who inbounds this ball, but they brought in the football player. What was his name?
Robert Brandon.
Robert Brandon. And he's like wanting to be all over this guy, and the ref keeps moving him back.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look, that kid's shoes are on the court because there's no room over there.
That's true. That's true.
So now he's having to jump up and jump up. Now they got a heck of a
great shot,
inbound pass.
Great
the
shot.
guy got off an open open. It wouldn't have been a three, I guess, but he got up an open shot.
It was a great shot.
And it kind of went off the rim. So were you guys kind of like, whoa?
Well, we were. I mean, that was a last minute. You notice Joe rushing out from the court out there rushing at him, but two of us went to Michael, and then Steve Held was wide open. I mean, we thought they were going to Michael and he was going to take a shot where he normally shoots on the right side, but Steve Held shot to that left, and he was wide open. And boy, if he would have hit that, woo!
Still the only time that Arkansas has beaten a number one team. I've always told people, because I heard this early on and I've seen evidence of it, but I've always heard that if you are a Razorback and you decide to live in this state, you will be taken care of. People will treat you well, you will do well. If you got to put effort into it, but you're going to do well in business, whatever your field is, you will do well.
You know, I've been very blessed. Born and raised in Arkansas. You know, watched the Razorbacks play so many times. Idolized some of those players from the times. And it was just opportunity. And I got a great family background. My mom took care of us. I got a lot of support in my hometown. You know, I tell people that when I left Newport, Arkansas, I was representing two things. One, my family and my city. And my mom told me a couple of things before I left. She said, go up there and you do a good job. Remember, a lot of people counting on you. And so I always carried that with me. And I tell young people today, hey, no matter what the name on the back says, you represent the name in front. And I always wanted to do that.
Basketball program's struggling a little bit. It has been for a while now. Ever since Nolan left, it's kind of been not what it was, and everybody wants it back to be the way it was. Do you think it'll ever get there again?
I think so. I think, these days, you got to understand, when I played back in the 80s, there was three things we done: baseball, football, and basketball, and we lived and breathed it. Nowadays, you got so many, these kids got so many opportunities, but you got to make your mind up how you want to do it. We got the right person in it. We got the right state. I think the right players are playing where we are. You got to remember, when I came as a freshman, it was only one, me. The rest of them was juniors, seniors, right. Juniors, and seniors, and we had that leadership to take us through that. And we don't have that now. I think we're still searching to get that piece in. But I tell people, here's my deal, guys. Look, we're going to win some games. How we win that one? And we're going to lose some games. How we going to win it? Overall, we're going to be good. We're going to get there. It's going to take a little bit.
You still, Eddie's still around.
Mm-hmm.
I know Sidney was here a few weeks ago, and he said he and Marvin and Ron were going to go over to Tulsa to see him. Do you get to see him very often?
I do. Believe it or not, I talk to Coach Sutton about once a week, or I try to talk to the family once a month. And I think I'm pretty close to him. This guy took a lot of young men, kids in some ways, and kind of raised us to be young men, the people we are today. I think we all are grateful for it. And we know that there's going to come a time where what we learn from him, we got to give it to the next group. And he means a lot to us. He means a lot to us going forward. And hey, without him, I wouldn't be here today.
There's two distinct programs in the real heyday of Arkansas basketball. There's those Eddie Sutton programs and Nolan program. Do you guys ever mix any at all, and is there any rivalry there, or are you just all Razorbacks? How does that work when you guys run into each other?
We all Razorbacks. The name on front is what we all represent. We knew we were playing for a higher cause than ourselves. The state's what we represent, the university we represent. I still talk about this place as my school, my state. And I traveled a lot over the years, and people say, hey, where'd you go to school at? University of Arkansas. So you're a Hog? I said, yes. I'm a true Hog, true Arkansan, and hey, go to a real school, that's what I tell them.
Well, you live in a great state and a place where people still remember that big moment 35 years later, and they will remember it long after both of us are gone. People will still be talking about it.
Hey, thanks for all the support and what you did for us back then and what you do continually.
Charles Ballantyne, a Razorback legend.
The second line. High kick, we need to make a fair catch. We drop it, and there's Devontae Neal. Devontae at the 50, Devontae at the 40, catches up at the 30, Devontae 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Newport, Devontae Neal. 9 like we did on the last series. Michael's got a lot of room. Michael just run. First down, Michael runs 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 25, 20, 15, 10. Don't block him. 5. Michael just short of the goal line, be first to goal Newport from the 1. A huge run by Michael. This time, Ryan down the line, option pitch to Artez. Artez has too much speed for that guy. 10. Artez Brown runs the hurdles and goes into the end zone. We got to get this play off, and we do. Michael rolls back, and he's in trouble. Michael's going to get rid of it to Grant Black. First down, Newport. Kristen Crichton, 45, 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Newport. Kristen Crichton, touchdown. Michael straight back. Those little screen, and there's a lot of room there. 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Newport. Is that 16? 16. 16, Grant Black with the reception.
You're watching on Saturday morning after the ball game, go at 10.
Michael rolls and got a man, got Cordray. Cordray get around him. He's got a lot of room, and he does. Cordray Taylor at the 35. Cordray at the 40, the 45, the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. And there's a flag on the play, and it's coming back.
Dale Case to throw. Throwing deep. Esslinger is there. It is coming into the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, and that is big for the Hounds. That is big for the Newport Greyhounds. Unbalanced right. Oh, the man is hit, stuck, and he is down. Brandon Harris Allen. Whoa. Another 10 or 12 seconds off the clock. They do not. This could be returnable. Jerry Brown at the 28 to the 30. Breaks a tackle down the sidelines. Jerry Brown to the 40. Jerry Brown to the 35, and down to the 33-yard line goes Jerry Brown. Their own 20. Dale Case drops. He wants to throw. Got the screen set up. Here is Buki. Buki with one up block. Buki to the 40. Buki to the 45, 50. Buki to the 40. Buki to the 35. Buki cuts back to the 20. Buki fumbled the ball, and I don't know who got it. A penalty flag comes in late. Buki Greer just simply ran out of gas. It is the Hounds football. Buki is tired. Buki is down. An incredible run by Richard Greer. E.J. Giles is there. Hang on, E.J. Got some help from Jerry Brown. Second down and goal from the 4. Hounds are going to run a power play left. There's Dale Case. Option play. Dale Case. Touchdown Greyhounds. Hounds have come from 19 down. It has been an exciting, exhausting evening, even from the broadcast booth.
Absolutely, the tale of two teams, the tale of two games tonight. Just what a great comeback. What a great mental boost for this football team.